You think you're smart with money. You probably tell yourself that you understand personal finance better than most people. You've read the books, watched the videos, and maybe even attended a seminar or two. Yet, here you are, wondering why your bank account isn't reflecting your intelligence. It's a harsh contradiction, isn't it? What if I told you that despite all your knowledge, you're likely making a critical mistake that undermines your financial freedom? Stop and think about this for a moment. Are you really in control of your financial future? Or are you just playing a game with rules you don't fully understand? Consider this. Most people think they can outsmart the system by following conventional advice. But here's what nobody tells you. The truth about money habits is far more complex than any checklist or budgeting app can convey. This dilemma is at the heart of our financial behavior, and it shapes our reality in profound ways. Now let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed how the financial advice you follow often feels disconnected from your actual life? You might feel a sense of frustration when your carefully crafted plans falter. Perhaps you've tried saving, investing, or budgeting, only to find your situation hasn't improved as you expected. Why is that? The painful truth lies in a fundamental misunderstanding of how our financial habits are formed. You think you're smart with money, but do your habits reflect that intelligence? You believe you're making wise financial decisions, yet your actions often reveal a different story. Why do we continue to make choices that secure our place in the cycle of financial struggle? Let's unpack this. Most people operate under the illusion that knowledge alone paves the way to success. You might trust that a financial literacy course will change everything. But what if I told you that knowledge often leads to a false sense of security? You read articles about budgeting, but how often do you sit down and actually stick to that budget? The gap between what you know and what you do is wide, and it's this gap that holds you back. Imagine a scenario. You're at a social gathering and the conversation turns to investments. Everyone is discussing their latest stock tips and strategies. You nod along, feeling like you belong. But deep down, are you really invested in this conversation, or are you just pretending? You might be losing money right now because you're chasing the latest trends instead of sticking to a plan that works for you. Have you ever thought about the emotional weight of money? It's not just numbers in a bank account. It's tied to our identities, our self-worth, and our dreams. This psychological connection influences our habits in ways we don't fully grasp. You might believe that financial freedom is about having more money, but what if it's really about what that money represents? Consider this. How do you feel when you make a financial decision? Is there guilt associated with spending money on things you enjoy? Or perhaps fear when contemplating investments? This emotional turbulence can sabotage your intentions. Rather than guiding you toward wealth, it pushes you into a cycle of avoidance and regret. Let's take a moment to reflect. Are you making decisions based on fear? Fear of missing out on investment opportunities? Fear of being judged for not having the latest gadget? Fear of failure? Imagine 5 years from now, when you look back at your financial choices. Do you see a pattern of fear-driven decisions? Or do you envision a path paved with clarity and purpose? You might think that everyone else has it figured out. Social proof often misleads us, doesn't it? You see peers living seemingly lavish lifestyles, flaunting their wealth, while you feel trapped in a cycle of debt. But what if I told you that many of them are just as lost as you are? They might be spending beyond their means, trying to keep up with an image that isn't sustainable. Have you ever felt that pang of disappointment when you realize your financial situation is more precarious than you thought? It's unsettling. You might wear a mask of confidence, but underneath, there's a nagging doubt. This duality creates a cognitive dissonance that's hard to shake off. How can you claim financial intelligence when your actions suggest otherwise? But here's the stark reality. It's not just your knowledge that needs adjustment, it's your very perception of money. You want to break free from the constraints of financial stress, but it's your mindset that's holding you captive. Your belief that you need to hustle harder or save every penny is a limiting belief. What if the real challenge lies in changing the way you think about financial freedom altogether? The truth is, financial freedom is less about accumulating wealth and more about understanding your relationship with money. It's about creating habits that align with your true values. You may know how to budget, but have you ever truly understood your spending triggers? Have you taken the time to explore why you splurge when you're feeling down or why you cut back when times are tough? Let's pause for a moment. Are you ready to confront this uncomfortable reality where you might resist this notion? But the path to financial freedom doesn't lie in endless knowledge. It lies in emotional awareness. What if the key to transforming your money habits is simply acknowledging your feelings and addressing the underlying issues? Now here's the revelation that may shift your perspective. The insight that resolves this tension is simple yet profound. Financial freedom is achieved not by mere knowledge or discipline, but by cultivating an awareness of your emotional connection to money. When you start to see money as a tool rather than a measure of worth, you open the door to genuine financial empowerment. So what does this mean for your life moving forward? It means that you can redefine your relationship with money by embracing your emotions, understanding your triggers, and cultivating healthier habits. Imagine a future where you don't just react to financial stress, but respond thoughtfully. Visualize yourself making decisions that are aligned with your values instead of societal expectations. This shift isn't just about numbers, it's about your identity. You can choose to step into a new version of yourself, someone who understands that financial freedom is a state of mind. You'll find yourself less swayed by the opinions of others and more in tune with your own needs. If this changed how you think about money, subscribe to Mind Over Money right now, because understanding your financial psychology is how wealth actually starts. Hit that like button if you're ready to think differently. Your journey to true financial freedom begins with a shift in perspective. Embrace it.